this city slicker and many cowboys will tell you that the A1 Beanery is the place to find Texas-style barbecue. Owner John Buchanan was kind enough to show us why the A1 smokes the competition when it comes to great food. We are visiting restaurants in the United States today, some Southwestern and Texas-style restaurants. We're very lucky to be here at the North Pier Terminal with a good friend of mine, John Buchanan. John, thanks for taking the time. If you can't see him, he's over there in the orange shirt. Tell us just a little bit about the concept of this restaurant. It is a you explain it.
Well, some people think of it as Tex-Mex, but I prefer to really zero in on the Texas barbecue. There's plenty of Mexican restaurants in Chicago, and we do have some Mexican dishes.
He owns a small one, if I can, called Hat Dance. It's a little small place on Huron Street. I'm sorry, go ahead.
As I was saying, the Texas barbecue is, I think, the thing we're most proud of. There aren't a lot of barbecue places in Chicago that do real Texas barbecue. Our chef is from Texas. I guess you're going to meet him later on. And those are the things I think we do the best.
Now, when I barbecue, I'll grab maybe a Lone Star or a Budweiser. I'll sit back and I'll put some charcoals on the grill. When you talk about barbecue...
Well, that's Chicago barbecue.
Okay, tell us about what we're going to have today.
Well, for a Texan, barbecuing is much more serious. It's a much more serious affair. It involves a lot of aspects that don't really come into play for us here in Chicago. Things like marinating the meats, the selection, the cut of the meat, and so forth is very important.
So a lot of detail and time involved in this.
There may be smoking, with savory woods.
Is that what I've got here? This is a...
Well, what you have here, this is a piece of mesquite.
Okay.
And this is real prevalent in Texas, lays around all over the place, and that's why it was used so frequently down there.
Now, as I understand, it used to be very abundant and inexpensive.
Dirt cheap.
Now it's not that way anymore, is it?
No, not to bring it up here.
Okay.
But it's a wood that burns very evenly, hotly, and evenly, and it imparts a nice gritty flavor to the food.
Well, I see our food's coming.
Oh.
Okay, so why don't we just move some of this out of the way? Now, these are our appetizers. Now, what is this we've got?
Order nacho platter.
This is chicken on a chip.
Little mesquite grilled chicken on a tortilla chip with some refried beans.
That's good.
Cheese, tiny bit of sour cream.
Are these very hot?
Those are really hot. Be careful.
Okay. All right, pretty good. I got you. Let's move this out of the way. As I see some entrees are coming.
Yeah. Full slab of ribs.
Okay, now those are some of your special items. I mean, those are great here.
Yeah, this is one of the things I think we do really well. Again, hickory smoked and then finished off over the mesquite. Half chicken done pretty much the same way.
What is the sauce in here?
Well, that's a secret, but it's...
Come on, John. Just us. We're old friends.
Us and a couple million other people. Actually, one of the distinctive aspects of the sauce is it's a little bit sweet, but it also has some jalapeno in it,
okay,
which makes it a little spicy.
A little tang to it.
But some people are a little afraid. They might think it's too hot or too spicy, and that's not the case at all. But it really does impart some nice flavor to this kind of food. And here we've got a Texas brisket platter.
That's a lot of brisket there.
And if you know anything about Texans, they take their brisket real seriously. So that's a dish that the chef is real proud of.
Although we're going backwards, tell us a little bit about what our grazing trays are here, because I know I got this from the Garden of Eden.
The Garden of Eden table. We have half a dozen grazing tables out in the dining room, and when
there's like 40 ingredients, 36 ingredients?
About 3 dozen. When customers order an entree, they're able to go up there and help themselves to all they want of side dishes that go along with this kind of food. For example, you've got some steamed vegetables, 3 kinds of cornbread, little unusual item over here, some Texas mustard
That's
pickles.
delicious. Those are delicious.
Rice and black bean salad, some vegetarian chili, and people can help themselves to as much of that stuff as they want, whatever appeals to them.
That's great. Our servers bring something else now. What did you order here?
Oh, these are chicken and cheese flautas.
Those are beautiful.
One of our special items today.
Excuse me. We're right along the river here. It's a beautiful place. I want to especially, John, I want to thank you for taking time out of your schedule. This is John Buchanan, a friend of mine. I want you to know. And tell us what your phone number is and where you're at.
It's area code 312-644-0300. We're at 401 East Illinois in the North Pier Terminal.
Enjoy that great bucking food right here. Good. Let's eat.
Okay.
Then it was off to the kitchen to meet Chef Smith for more barbecue secrets. Well, you know me with the sombrero, but this is Daryl Smith, who was cooking at Dickey's down in Texas, and he came up here. He's originally a Texan. Tell us what you're going to make for us here, a little bit of this Tex-Mex food.
Well, what we've got going here is we've got a combination of baby back ribs, hickory smoked baby back ribs, and hickory smoked chicken. What we do is we smoke it with the hickory to give it a nice wood flavor, and then what we like to do is we like to finish it off on the char grill here to caramelize the sauce and bring out the sweetness of the sauce and the sweetness of the tomatoes.
So what's in that sauce on those ribs? That's delicious.
It's a combination of tomatoes, vinegars. It's got brown sugar in it. It's got some jalapeno in it, some fresh vegetables. It's got some red wine in it, and some different herbs and spices. And we just bring it all together and let it simmer.
Boy, it's really
it gives
great.
us a nice flavor. Right.
Okay. Daryl, you use a lot of woods when you smoke this. What's involved in some of this?
Well, you're going to find that about 80% of our menu items have a smoke influence in one form or another. We use hickory smoke mainly on our barbecue items, such as our ribs, chicken, and brisket. And then we also use our mesquite wood that we use on an open grill and an open flame, and we use for our chicken fajitas and our fajita items. A lot of our vegetables that we use in various items get mesquite grilled. Our salsa, our tomatoes get mesquite grilled that go into our house salsa.
It gives it that kind of woodsy, earthy taste to it.
It gives it a majority of the smoke flavoring. Right.
Well, I'm going to grab one of these. Daryl Smith.
All right.
Thank you so much,
Thank
my
you
man.
for coming.
Have a rib.
I will do that.
These are absolutely some of the best, tastiest, meatiest ribs in town. And if you watch the show, I almost never see it. Daryl, dig in, buddy.
Thank you.